welcome to our YouTube channel. It's your girl Egbe, and you're watching Let Her Voice Be Heard, a YouTube guest speaker program brought to you by the Hope of Vulnerable Children Association, sponsored by Our Voice. And guys, today we have amazing ladies. Like as usual, we have a very important topic we'll be talking about. But before that, it's always a tradition for us to bring in amazing adolescent girls we're going to have an interaction on this particular topic. So I'm going to be introducing my amazing ladies in the house. You see how beautiful they are? Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
So with me here, I have Manavik. Manavik is not new here. This is not the very first time she's shooting with us. She has been to the show not once, not twice, because we have pertinent things to always talk about. And I have amazing Immaculate in the middle here. Immaculate, thank you so much and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I have amazing Rose. Rose, welcome.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, ladies, for coming. And we are happy to have you here. So we're going to have a whole discussion. Ladies, are you ready?
Yes,
we are ready. All right. So today we are going to be talking on the importance of comprehensive sexuality education in our schools. That's the reason why we want comprehensive sexuality education to be integrated in our school curriculum. Now, may I remind you that the Hope for Vulnerable Children Association has been teaching in some schools in the Yaoundé. We are teaching CSE. We are privileged to empower our young ones with knowledge of comprehensive sexuality education as peer educators. We here are all peer educators. And so while we were carrying out this exercise in school, our experience, we had some experiences which we would like to share in the show. These experiences or experiences, right? Mm-hmm. So we had some experiences which we would like to share with you guys here, and based on that we'll be explaining to you why we think comprehensive sexuality education needs to be integrated in our school curriculum. Now let me begin with amazing ladies here in the house. Immaculate, you have been to the field, right? You are teaching in school. You have had amazing experience with these young people. So based on your own experience, which I would like you to share with us here, the kind of questions students are asking, and why do you think CSE should be included in a school curriculum?
Thank you very much, Dorit. It's always an honor to be part of this program. Okay, I'm a peer educator, and it's been a month now that we've been teaching. Okay. And I'm going to be sharing.
It's been a month for you, but some of us have been there in the field so far since 2021.
Oh, yeah, thank you for that. It's been a month since I've been teaching as a peer educator, and I'm going to be sharing my experience that I've had so far. Okay, comprehensive sexuality education, first, is very important, and I'm going to say that during the teachings I've had interactive sessions with the students, and their questions are really mind-blowing. You hear questions from students which you even least expected them to ask rather, and from that you're going to see that most of them lack knowledge on comprehensive sexuality education. Some of these questions that they ask, I'm going to be saying the first. Someone asked, like, is it possible to have sex with an infected person without being infected? And that is, of course, without the use of condom.
So you can imagine how the young people are really lacking knowledge on comprehensive sexuality education.
They do.
Yes.
Okay. So, and when you begin to hear questions like that, it just tells you that they have little or no knowledge about that. Because some of them just feel like if this person is infected, then it's over for the person. And now going further, teaching about the myth, because most of us, like many people, don't have knowledge. They feel that as far as someone is infected, it's like a no-go area. It's like there is this boundary. So once we went to that part, before I continue, a myth is something we believe is true, which is wrong. Like we think that this thing is true, which is not. And one of those myths, as far as HIV is concerned, is if someone is infected, I cannot eat with that person on the same plate, which is wrong.
And that's what the young people were asking you to, right?
Yes. Like they feel like, this person is infected, madam, you want me to be with this person, how I'll get infected? It's wrong.
And this is one of the causes of stigma in society, because people don't even have these ideas, and it starts right from the young people themselves.
And because they are not able to manage this, those that are infected within them feel stigmatized, and this can easily lead to their death, because like the stigma, them being lonely, it causes a lot of issue. And that's why I've come here to say that comprehensive sexuality is very important to be included in the school curriculum, because when they do that, like the children they give them adequate knowledge, and they better know how to carry themselves, thereby reducing the prevalence of HIV, STI, and unwanted pregnancies among adolescent girls and young women. Like the rate of adolescent girls getting pregnant, the rate of adolescent girls contracting HIV without even wanting. Like comprehensive sexuality encompasses a lot of things that help them to prevent all these mistakes that we have in our world today. And so if it is included, rather, it's very important, as it's going to help them protect themselves, and we are going to have a better world tomorrow.
Of course, we're going to have a better world tomorrow. We're going to have it today, tomorrow, and forever. All right, thank you so much, Immaculate. And let me move to Monivik. You are equally in the field, and you are empowering young people with knowledge of comprehensive sexuality education, thanks to the mentorship that we have received from Ovoka. Yes. So just give us your own experience. What are those kind of questions students are asking you in school? And why do you think it is important for us to include CSE in our school curriculum?
Thank you very much, Doris, for this question. Like Immaculate, it's been like 1 month since I've been in the field teaching comprehensive sexuality education to adolescent girls in schools. Now, I've had a lot of baffling questions coming from adolescent girls. Some questions I believe that they should have known already because of their parents at home. Right? But they do not know these questions, and I would like to read some of them so that we can assess them together. You have a child coming to me and asking, Madam, why are you insisting that we go for HIV checkup and test every time, meaning regularly? Yes, every after 3 months. Another child came to me and is like, Madam, why do people use condoms but still end up with HIV? Another child came to me crying and it's like, Madam, I've missed my period for 2 months. I don't know. I've not had any sex. I've not had any sex with anybody. What could be the problem? Now, see the kind of questions adolescent girls are asking. Are they supposed to be asking these questions? If the government had included comprehensive sexuality education in schools, these children would have had this as a subject in their school that teaches them all of these basic things. This knowledge that would have prevented them from all this HIV and from all these unwanted pregnancies
and STIs.
That's why we as adolescent girls are saying that we are advocating that the government includes comprehensive sexuality education in schools, in school curriculum, to prevent and reduce the rate at which adolescent girls are falling prey of HIV and unwanted pregnancies.
All right. Thank you so much, Monivik. Thank you for that wonderful experience, for sharing with us. And I believe our audience are equally watching. Remember, the objective is that we want to reduce the HIV prevalence rate among AGYW, which in Cameroon, statistics shows that we have 24 girls against 9 boys who are infected every day. And so that's why we adolescent girls of Ovoka are here to, we are calling on the government, we're calling on stakeholders, we are advocating for the inclusion of comprehensive sexuality education in our school curriculum. And so I have another amazing lady in the house. We have Rose. So Rose, so far you've been having fun with students in school, right?
Yeah.
And teaching your peers, teaching young people like ourselves is really fun, because we have to bring ourselves, we share those things together, and they feel free to ask those questions, those questions that they cannot even ask from your teachers or their parents at home. And now, based on your own experience, what you have heard from the students, what do you think? Can you share your experience with us, and as well as why you think it is really important for CSE to be included in our school curriculum?
Okay, Doris, thanks very much for giving me the floor. It's very important for this to be included in the school curriculum, because there are girls that ask me some questions. I was like, oh my G, if this thing is not really implemented, these girls are going to go astray.
Of course, they will go astray.
There were some pertinent questions that was looking like, oh, what are parents doing at home?
Yes.
If you are not really out for this, these girls are going to do certain things I'm telling you. Some ask me question like, please, madam, if I'm menstruation, can I go for sex? I say, no. it's not advisable for young girls like you.
Yeah.
But for married people, I can say yes. Because during menstruation, right?
Yeah.
You can be at your ovulation
Yes.
time.
Yeah, she's speaking. I believe we have some audience who are married here and they would like to get this information as well. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some people who are married, they have difficulties to have children, but their doctors are going to advise them to go like to have sex
sexual.
when they are menstruating. Maybe that
Yes.
is when their solution may come.
Yes.
Because during ovulation,
Because there are women who will likely have their ovulation during menstruation.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's
Thanks
what
very much
Rose
for
is trying
enlightening
to
me
say,
then.
which is very important. But for young people, it's true we teach them these things, but of course we will always encourage them to
practice.
abstain, because abstinence is one of the best proven methods
Yeah.
to stay safe from HIV and unwanted pregnancy.
Thank you
All right?
very much. There are some other pertinent questions that I received, like, please, madam, if somebody is menstruating for 2 days, is the person okay or it's not? I say no, it's very normal.
All right.
Other question, like, there is a girl that came towards me. She said, please, madam, I've been raped when I was small. I don't know if I'm still a virgin. I said,
Okay.
oh my G, the question were really
Well,
much.
really many, yeah. Really have
If
so many
this thing is not really implemented in school,
young
these
people will go.
girls are going to do things that will not really favor the future.
Yeah.
So they need to be aware about all this. Let there be a knowledgeable.
They should be knowledgeable about this. Yes.
Yes,
about
that
these
is
things.
it.
Okay. Now we equally have the presence of media. We have a social media where young people can gain any kind of knowledge.
That's right.
Yeah. And so it is important for them to gain the first-hand knowledge right from schools, where we come in, we present to them the right thing at the right time. We don't wait for our children to go to the media and pick the wrong things. We have pornography on media that young people are learning every day.
Yes.
Whereas if they had gained knowledge of comprehensive sexuality education, they had gained that first-hand knowledge, they will know the kind of things they will pick on the media and what to reject. And so it is really, really important for us to include CSE in school. And not just include in school, we equally need teachers. Yeah. We need to train personnel, we need to train our teachers who are going to ensure that these courses are taught in school. And by so doing, adolescent girls and young women are going to be knowledgeable about CSE, and this is going to help to reduce the rate of HIV among AGYW. And also somebody is asking that, but what is CSE all about? Of course, we have several modules which we have been talking about in the show. We have talked on life skills. We have talked about gender-based violence. We have talked about sexual and reproductive health right. We have talked about menstruation. We have discussed abortion. We have discussed all of this topic in a show. And we have seen how these particular models or these concepts are helping to increase or reduce the rate of HIV among adolescent girls and young women. So if you have not watched those videos, of course, we're going to leave the links on the comment section below. And should I say, ladies, is there anyone that has a word for the stakeholders right now and for those that are watching at us? Anyone? Yeah.
Okay. I would like to plead with the stakeholders to be able to include comprehensive sexuality education in the school curriculum, as it's going to greatly help our students, your children, our sisters, our brothers, to be able to acquire knowledge enough for them to prevent certain things that they would have prevented if they didn't have that knowledge. Following our experiences that we have had and the questions they ask, which just brings you on the...
Oh, please have the mic. Oh, just take it over. Go ahead, yeah.
Like, we are going to plead on the stakeholders to be able to include comprehensive sexuality education in the school curriculum, as it's going to help the students, our brothers, our sisters, prevent certain mistakes. Many people fall into certain mistakes because they lack knowledge.
Yeah.
But if the knowledge was brought to them, then I believe they are going to take in proper decisions, which is healthy for their health and for their future. Following the questions that they have been asking, we are going to discover that many of them lack knowledge. Means back at home, even in school, they don't have proper knowledge, because even some of our parents don't even know what to tell the children per time. So we are coming in as, because they are our peers, we understand what they are going through. Some of us have been there and we understand. So we are coming in to plead not only for schools to accept, not only for the government to implement, we also need people that could teach them, that could volunteer to work for us to work hand in glove for this to be a success.
Yes, and also thank you so much. I don't know, Monique, do you have something? Just 1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, so I like to sum up all of this by saying that we really need the government to look into this, to look in comprehensive sexuality education being implemented or being included into the school curriculum. Because as of now, we can only reach out to a limited number of students.
Yes, because we're just few of us.
Yeah, we're just few of us. But I feel like if the government can educate more peer educators and can include this comprehensive sexuality education into the school curriculum, we are going to get to many more girls, and it's going to reduce the number of adolescent girls being infected with HIV/AIDS per day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, peer educators, our parents out there. This brings us to the end of our videos. We are talking about the inclusion of comprehensive sexuality education in our school curriculum and how it will go as far as helping to reduce the rate of HIV among adolescent girls and young women, not just HIV, unwanted pregnancy, and STI. So please, as I always say, we do not have the monopoly of knowledge. You can contribute to this conversation by leaving a comment on the comment section below. So this brings us to the end of our video. Ladies, you girls were all amazing.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming. So I hope I'm going to see you girls in our next video, right?
Yeah.
We love you. Can we say, Oboka?
Strong girls.